Here in the uplands, the soil is ungrateful. The fields, red with sorrel, are stony and bare. A few trees, wind-twisted, or are they but bushes, stand stubbornly guarding a home here and there. This is my country, the land that begat me. These windy spaces are surely my own. And those who here toil in the sweat of their faces are flesh of my flesh and bone of my bone. Now westland winds and slaughtering guns bring autumn's pleasant weather. The moorcock springs on whirring wings among the blooming heather. Thus every kind their pleasure find, the savage and the tender. Some social join and leagues combine, some solitary wander. Avaunt, away, the cruel sway tyrannic man's dominion, the sportsman's joy, the murdering cry, the fluttering gory pinion. I noticed that as I drove through the defaced and suffering patches of country which still persist between Glasgow and Hamilton and Airdrie and Motherwell, no sense from the hedges and fields streamed into the open car. It was as if nature no longer breathed, or gave out at most the chill, dank, mineral breath of coal and iron. An international Doomwatch centre to try to predict change in the climate is to be established in Britain, the Prime Minister said this afternoon. Addressing the UN General Assembly on the global environment and the threat that mankind could wipe itself out, Mrs. Thatcher underlined that at the moment, we did not know where hurricanes would strike, who would be flooded, or how often and severe droughts would be. This is a sad subject to take up, but alas, I fear that birds of many kinds are far less numerous now on the west coast of Ross-shire than they were 50 or 60 years ago. The grey lag goose have left us and are not likely ever to return. Snipe, golden plover, green greenshank, dunlin and whimbrel are on the verge of extinction. I have known 350 snipe shot in a season only a few years ago. Now there is hardly a snipe to be seen anywhere. Can anyone explain what has caused so many of our birds to disappear? When did you last see me? Never, perhaps. Where I love to be, I doubt if you will ever find me. I prowl the high bracken. I am comforted by the rocks. I rub the harsh trunks of the Caledonian forest. A ghost among ghosts. The furnaces of the world are now burning about 2 billion tons of coal a year. When this is burned, uniting with oxygen, it adds about 7 billion tons of carbon dioxide to the atmosphere yearly. This tends to make the air a more effective blanket for the Earth and to raise its temperature. The effect may be considerable in a few centuries.